Back at it again. We are going to be installing a window regulator and motor in a 2003 Chevrolet Impala. She's had this problem going on now for, I don't know, maybe 6 months or more. I can't remember exactly how long it's been since it's been messing up or whatever. The common symptoms of such a problem involve it getting stuck about halfway, or not wanting to come down fully, going up or coming down slow, perhaps even the motor making some noise. It all depends. But today we're going to hopefully cure that problem. And so far what I've been seeing as far as the door panel itself is that you've got a couple of T27 screws right here. You've got a Phillips in here. You've got a Phillips up here. All that's got to come out, and you're going to have to get a door panel removal tool as such, and just walk around and try to pop all the clips out. And if you're working on a customer's car, respect their stuff and at least put the tools on a rag. This isn't a customer of mine. She's my girlfriend, so we're gonna do the best we can. And from my understanding, you got to have a regular Phillips screwdriver, a 10mm socket and ratchet, which is this right here is the quarter inch extension, and T27 and door panel removal tool. Alright, well, let's get started. You may hear some background noise as far as like a fan blowing, and it's because I've got one on. I should have did this when I did the regulator on my truck, but it is what it is. So if you hear any noise, I apologize. Leave all this stuff out. Sit it right here. And we're going to start off with this Phillips. Take this guy out first. Try not to lose your screws. Taking this one out now. Oh, come on. And we get this T27. Take these out. Disconnect the switches. That was in there a little bit. Probably should have included a flathead screwdriver as well. That way you can get in there and kind of push that guy and hold it. And wiggle. That might be a little aggravating trying to get out. There we go. Alright. That side of the way. Tuck them guys down in there for right now. Pull this guy out of the way. This one is going to be tricky. I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but you've got this lip or ridge right here, and the clip is actually on the back side. So just be gentle. You may put up a fight with me. Wondering, you know what you might actually could do? Be very careful doing this. If you can't get that clip out, don't force yourself. If it's one of those situations where you're trying, and you're hard as you can go, and you're not getting anywhere, just stop and try to, I guess you could say, if you don't smoke, just walk away and smoke a mental cigarette. But if you do, light one up, smoke it, and come back. The whole goal to this is to be able to do like so. Now, save ourselves a little bit of grief. Sure, I can leave this connected, but I want to get it out and put it back on, that way I don't forget it. You just push in, kind of push in, push up at the same time, and it will come out. Then, take that panel and place it back like you had it. That way you know you've got the switch facing up. Pop it back in. Should be good to go. Okay, now, this guy. We're just going to leave him attached because I don't know if he's clipped on or not. So, now, let me find a rag so I can swipe this sweat off my face. Microfibers come in handy for that. You can buy a pack of them for like, I think it's like $5 at like Harbor Freight, and get like a whole bunch. I don't know how good they are for cleaning, but they're good for wiping sweat. Okay. Now, very carefully, go around the door and pop out all the clips. One thing that I want to mention is that if you're not using a plastic one and you're using a metal one, take your rag and shove the rag on the back side of it like so, behind the panel, that way you don't scratch the paint. This door panel, I don't think it's really ever been off, not completely off. So it may be a little stiff the first time removing it. Slowly go around. You don't want it to be really pretty loose. I feel like there's still one that's holding it at the top. It's being a little difficult. There we're good. Remove the door panel. You can lay it door panel in on the side that faces you on top of the car, or if you got yourself a concrete floor, you can lay out a sheet or something, just lay it down. Okay. So, looks like we got a little bit of insulation here. Just find a spot. Pull slowly. Because you're going to try your best to keep as much of the glue on the backing as possible. That way you can re-stick it to the door. Very tedious. You just don't want to just go and just rip it all off. You don't want to do that. We're going to finish getting this off and we'll come back. But it's going to take a minute. Okay. Now once you get all that out of the way, don't throw it away. Whatever you do, don't throw it away. Unfortunately, I had to tear it a little bit across the top to get this right here, so it would come out and around it, because it was just in the way. Now, just one of those situations where it's going to be very tricky. Get yourself some tape if you're going to need it. Let me see if I can find some right now. Okay, so you got your tape. Just keep it on standby because you're going to need it. And the reason why I say we're going to need it, you're going to want to turn the switch on. Hook just the window part of the switch back up. And attempt to get this window down. And as you see, it does not want to move. So, alright. There's going to be some screws on this window. They are right there. I'm trying to get them to where these holes right here are at. Yeah, it's not moving. It's not moving. So this is the part that I was going to be concerned about a little bit. With it not moving, that means that you're going to have to go in with a 10mm wrench and attempt to unbolt it and run your tape across the top to get the window so it doesn't fall, and then you can move on from there. So while I'm fumbling around with that, I'll pause this for a moment. Okay, so I managed to get one of the bolts out of the window itself, the one that was closest here. Actually, I think it was already loose. So what we're going to attempt, and I would not recommend this, but I'm at a loss because the other bolt is right back here, and unfortunately the way the regulator is designed, that doesn't allow you to come in from this side because it's too far away. I've got big arms, so I can't fit my arm behind it, and there's a bar or a beam that's part of the regulator that runs right straight down the middle. Can't get to it. So what we're going to try to do is at least loosen it up enough, the whole assembly. Now maybe I might be able to get to it. I don't know. We'll just have to see. You've got 3 here and 2 here for that. I'm thinking that I'm going to start with these 2 right here so I can see if I can get it to drop. And you know what I may do? Just to be safe. Just to be safe. Take some of this duct tape. I'm going to put it right there. Another one. That's a waste of duct tape. I know, it is. I know it is. But if they want to be safe, I'm not sorry. You know what I mean? Okay. So, now, We're going to attempt to undo these first. I'm trying to take them all the way out. That's the reason why I've got that big cutout there, so you can just slide it up and over. That had absolutely nothing to do with helping the situation. We're going to undo the other three. I'm just taking you guys along for the ride for me, 'cause first time me doing one of these. But it's the first time doing my own too, as far as my truck. But being in the field that I work in, I see it all the time with a lot of Fords. Fords are terrible when it comes to window regulators and stuff, and I don't know why. Alright, so the motor is free. Got to be able to get to the wire to disconnect it. Might as well go ahead and turn the car off. Pull that key out. I don't know if it would have been better to have left this motor hooked on and undid the wire or what. It's all learning experience. I was kind of sure that it was going to be a little difficult, but honestly I did not expect this. This plug out here a little tricky. I'm not sure the best way to go about it. One of the problems is that it's one of those little push pin style clips. And they really did not give you any room to work with at all. We're going to leave it as it is right this minute. I'll come back without it. I'm not sure if this tin right here holds anything together or not. but it may. Got some stuff moving. Making progress. Now, the problem is I'm not sure if the tape is actually conflicting what I was trying to do. It's kind of one of those damn if you don't and damn if you do moves. The window itself sits on a little ledge, but obviously the goal is not breaking the glass. We're going to attempt to undo these, just curl them up and fix them like so. We've got absolutely no room at all. Nothing. Okay, so maybe I can get to the bolt now, but I've moved the stuff out of the way. We're gonna attempt to re-stick this duct tape the best we can. Sorry I can't show you guys. It is impossible at this point. Right there. You're having to move stuff to get the stuff. Not working in my favor. Okay, so this video doesn't go on like forever. We're already at 28 minutes. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sit here and fumble around with this, because the point isn't to try to get the window itself out. The point is trying to get the regulator out. And there's no point in me filming frustration over such things. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get the window free from the regulator itself, and then we'll come back. Okay. With a little finagling, we finally got it. Once you get the window free, raise the window up as high as you can get it and retape it. You do not want that puppy to move. So, here we have the old window regulator. Okay, I don't know how much of that you guys missed. My phone automatically switched from SD to general storage. I got the regulator out. If you didn't see it, I don't know. It was a hell of a fight. I'm not even sure what all you guys missed. Let's start in alphabetical order from where I left off last. You get this from O'Reilly's, it's the new one. If it's for the front, it'll come into like a little pizza box looking thing. This is the old regulator. You have to pull it out through this hole here. Before that, I said I did not want to take the window out. And this rubber piece sits right here. You pull it off, and the window itself comes out. Pretty much it. Now, let me see if I can find something to get this box open. You always want to compare your new parts with your old. This is the old, this is the new. This one here is Bosch, made in Mexico. This is Shang Shuang Shuang. No, seriously, I don't know what it is, but it's made in Taiwan. So I don't know. Fun. Mine that I just put in my truck was made in Thailand, I think. Made in China, excuse me. This was made in Taiwan. Well, the actual regulator's made in Taiwan. What did I say this motor was made? I'm assuming the whole assembly is. Anyway, on to the point. It did come with new hardware, and personally, I like using the new stuff. You know, a little bag of hardware. So, with that being said, now we get to fight to put this puppy back in. So, what I'm going to do beforehand is I'm going to go ahead and put the bolts in. Now that I'm looking at these new ones, I'm not sure if I want to use them or not. Because the old ones, get one of these old ones out. You guys can see that the new ones would be nice and all, but the old ones have got like a flange type washer already made into it. So it may be better to use the old rather than the new. And they screw right in, so why not? You know what I mean? Dang, temperatures came up since I've been out here. Okay. Pull these here pants up. I'm on a diet, and right now currently I'm wearing a size 38 pants. Trying to get back down to a 32 where I used to be many years ago. And needless to say, I didn't put my belt on when I came out here. So with that being said, my shorts is trying to fall down to my ankles. Currently now I'm trying to remove all these bolts that came with the old one. And yes, you can just replace the motor if you choose to, but I have discovered that replacing it all at one time may cost a little more. But who wants to go back in the door again to replace the regulator you didn't replace when you replaced the motor? It's double the work. If you take it to a shop, it's going to be double the labor, not layer. And then obviously you've got to pay more for both. And this one came with like a, I think it's a 1-year warranty or a limited warranty or something. No core charge. If it was a remanufactured one, it would have a core charge. But this one was brand new. Make sure we're still recording. Yeah. I think all it is to it, I'm gonna have to get a bigger SD card for my phone. 16 gigs I got? No, it's 8 gigs. 8 gigs is what I have. And it's clearly not enough. So how about we slap this puppy back in? regulator. Alright. Now, we need to start tightening that stuff up. Try not to bang your head on the door like I just did. Once I get it tightened down, we're going to test it to make sure it works. But you do not want to, well, I guess you could. You could test it out of the box, I guess. Well, we're already here, so why not? We already tried a window switch on this one. You know, from a junkyard, it didn't change anything. Thinking about it right now. We're going to put this screw right here back in to help hold the stuff together. If there's any kids, or I'm going to say kids, but I mean, you may get the occasional kid that run across these videos. Once you should happen to be watching, don't smoke, don't do drugs, don't drink, don't do nothing. Go to school, get good grades, graduate, and become something. Become somebody. A lot of this negative stuff going on in the world right now, I just don't know what to think about a whole lot of things. Double check your stuff, make sure everything's pretty snug and tight. Now, take this, plug it in. Run your keys. Power's on. What do you know? It makes noise. How about that? See, right there is where you want it to be, rather than it being way the hell up here where it was. Because now you can put the window back in. And mount it back up. If all goes to plan. Be very careful. Putting your window back in. Don't force it. You have to go into the angle. off already. Make sure the metal is behind the window, not in front of it. Now, this is going to be the tricky part. Now, if you've got magnetic sockets or such, you'll be golden. Try your best not to drop the bolt. And these right here don't have to be super tight if you don't want to crack the glass. Just make sure they're snug. One. Now, the other one. This guy back in here. You may have to give it a little push to get it started. Now it's snug. Do another test. Everything looks like it's clearing pretty good. Okay. Now, take that piece of rubber here that we popped out to get the window to help out. I actually popped it out after we got the window out. You can do it either or. Just get it, push it in. Make sure everything is good to go. Maybe a little tough. Give it a little pat down like so. Wipe the sweat off your face. And realize that essentially, other than you putting the door panel back on, you've just replaced the window regulator in whatever year to whatever year Impala. I'll do some research and look it up. I'm gonna record putting the door panel back on, but I'm gonna speed that section up. And when I get through, we'll have a closing statement. Obviously turn your power back off. Pull your key out. Pop your switches out again. Double check everything, make sure everything's good. I'm not sure why this is loose. That's tighter than what it was. Get your water barrier. Pop that switch through the hole, or harness through the hole. These through here. I think there's one more. It is. So we should have 3 right there. Get your handle through this. guy around like so, and you see what I'm talking about as far as it being sort of in the way. Alright. Door panel back on. Sure your wiring is running through that. Do your best to start from the top. He wants to be an asshole. Did I say that? I apologize. Pine cones hitting the roof. Let me double check something. Just trying to make sure there was a little bit of a gap at the top, and it is. Hook all your switches back up. And that is that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed. We've got a few more things coming up with this car that needs to be done. Don't know when they'll be done. I may film one today, I'm not sure. But that's pretty much the basics of putting the window regulator in the 2003 Chevrolet Impala. You guys have a good one. We'll catch you later.